Think I'm live. You all come in, hit that, excuse me, thumbs up, hit that like and share button. Let me share this on my other platforms. You might be like, why is Queen live streaming inside the house with shades on? Because I just found them. I just found that I have been looking for these shades for a while. So I'm just, just found my shades. I used to really, really have a problem. Um, Buying shades too much. Like I would just, I don't know. First, it started off with fossil watches. This was a long time ago, right? I had this. I just, I used to just the fossil watch. For me was a big thing, and I had every. I still have them. I may show them to you on a live stream. I may gift them or give them to somebody one day. Then it went from loving, because I'm a very. I think I don't know if the word frugal is the word, but I'm very cautious, right? I think I say it better that way. Very cautious of how I spend my money and how I invest it. So, I'm not tempted by over purchasing clothes or spending on the holidays because I know how the game is rigged. That doesn't tempt me at all. But I had got into buying fossil watches, like all the different colors. I had really really got into that. I might show it to you all. Then I had got into the shades thing. I don't know why. Maybe because I live stream a lot. So I didn't know where these shades were, and I found them. So these are blueberry. I mean Burberry. I said blueberry. Burberry. So I found my Burberry shades. So boom. I made a let me show you out. I'm just kind of being silly. But I made a picture I posted a picture on Facebook, some other shades that I have, Versace. It's just little stuff I do like that for myself because this is a picture of my story. I think these are like, let me see, can I pause it? These are me. Yeah, we having a shades thing. These are me with the Oakley shades. My success is so bright, I have to wear shades. Thank you, Dr. Forms. I'll take that. This is a picture of me with Oakley shades on. These are Oakley when I go outside or something like that. So, I'm not like, I may have well, I probably got 10 pair of shades, but about five or six of them are knockoffs. They're not like name brand like Oakley or Versace or Burberry or, things like that. Now, these are my Versace. These are probably my favorite ones. So I will purchase nice shades. So I couldn't find these and I found them. These are probably my favorite pair. I found them yesterday, so I'm just live streaming in them. But you all come in again. Welcome to the channel. If you are new, hit that like and share button. Let's get more people in. Let them know that I'm live streaming, and I want to share this, I guess, testimony with you all. When I got home, I had free money in the mail, so those are my Versace's. As you can see me, I'm at the Sunglass Hut that was in Houston, Texas, right? So I do like shades. I love nice watches, right? I'm not, some people are into clothing and I'm not that big on, let me pin my hair up. I don't do on, I'm not, I'm not a big spender on clothing, which I probably should be, right? But how to get free money in the mail. This is what I've been telling you all. I know sometimes I have people that understand how silver and gold will be used to reset this currency system. I have people that know that silver and gold is real money, it's God's money. It is by the Constitution, still real money. So once this Fed coin comes in, once this switch is flipped and this currency system is reset, it's going to drive up the price of silver and gold. However, silver will get a higher return or on your investment, not only because it's very inexpensive right now to invest in silver, but because silver, it has two sides of the coin per se, right? Is that you can definitely use silver as an industrial metal, and you can use silver, right, for money. So it's going to have twofold. And I ask this question all the time to people. If you, for example, right, if you want to go into a grocery store, because there are some states right now that accept silver and gold as money. And if you want to go into a grocery store right now and purchase an item to exchange for your food and groceries, would you rather use a $30 silver, right, 1 ounce coin, or would you rather use a $1,600 gold coin? So silver is that very inexpensive, precious metal. Dave Ramsey want to say it's a commodity, but it's God's money. It is money. And silver is used in most of your electronics, right? Thank you, Todd. Todd said y'all gonna hit the like on your way in. Thank you, Todd. I do appreciate that. Thank you, King. Um, Todd said hit that like button as you all come in. We getting more people in. And so sometimes people ask me questions like, Queen, where can I turn my silver? Where can I turn my silver in? And I always tell people I suggest that you really do your research and invest silver that does not require a 1099, is it B or C form when you turn that in, which means that it won't show your taxation on it. One of them is for a discharge of, okay, it's 1099B. The 1099C is whenever you get like a charge off your credit report, and but that debt is still going to be reported as income. So I used to, when I was doing credit repair, I would tell people, okay, just because you're getting this negative item, this F off of your financial report card, right? Like you have an academic report card, just because you're getting this F removed as if you never failed the class or you didn't have this account, they can still send you a 1099C form in the mail at the end of the year, and you have to claim that as income for that write off. So I used to, teach and educate people when I was doing credit repair. And then, I decided the cryptocurrency movement. Then people, they didn't really understand, or they didn't take out the time to study cryptocurrency. Let me place this up a little higher. Cryptocurrency. And so when they saw that cryptocurrency was a very volatile game to play, they wanted a more secure investment. And then this is when I started back really focusing on, I think I need a new battery in it. This is when I started back refocusing on silver and gold, because cryptocurrency, silver and gold, well, silver in particular, not gold, is $1,700 an ounce. That's not even adding the spot price of it. But silver is the best commodity, most undervalued asset right now. Very affordable. And when people want tangible assets in their hand, right, I say silver. I do silver and cryptocurrency. I love it when crypto goes on sale, but some people just don't have that financial education and that mindset yet. And a lot of people don't have the extra cash flow. They cannot even afford to ride the dips in cryptocurrency, right? You have to have the money to ride the dips in cryptocurrency. You have to have cash flow coming in so you won't cash out your crypto and then be in a position where now you're owing capital gains taxes at the end of the year. So SD Bullion did not do this. So you all, please don't come on my live stream bragging about, yes, I invest in silver. I buy from SD Bullion or JM Bullion, right? They don't do this from, I received the Quicksilver. This is who I buy my silver from, wholesale. And I decided to come in and have a silver business under it, because my thing is, well, if I'm going to get silver shipped in on auto well, why not get profits from it, right? Why not be rewarded with cash? And that was the silver business. So I became a wealth ambassador, and I believe in giving back, right? And so by becoming a wealth ambassador, you have to purchase what is called a challenge kit, which is a box that you can stack your silver in. And let me show you out what it looks like. Some of my business partners, I post this on my Facebook. And when you do this, you're helping to feed homeless kids. So I feel like it's just no way I was not going to get blessed from connecting with the silver business. It's God's money. I'm helping feed starving, hungry children, and I'm building wealth at the same time. I mean, that's just a win-win-win. Very easy, simple decision for me to make. And so I did it because I was, investing in silver anyway. So it is called the Project S4 Challenge, right? And what people do is that once they join under the silver business, so they can get rewarded with cash, right, from educating and sharing silver and how it's going to be used in this financial reset. Well, you get this box. If you go on my website, Queen of Coin Silver, you're going to see you have to enter your name and email address. Just bypass everything that's asking you about receiving a free silver for the moment when you go on the website, and then you will see Wealth Ambassador. You want to go to option 2 if you want to earn money, God's in this to get God's money. Then in exchange, you can get more government money because government money has not been reset yet. Cash is the lowest yielding asset, but it's still an asset to have, especially with 1 million job losses, right? And I'm going to share that with you out in a few minutes. So, what the challenge is to come in, and this Janine came. She didn't complete not one, not two in my LeBron James voice, but three 90-day challenges, doubling her medals. And so the challenge is 90 days is to at least have an entire box filled. Because once you become a wealth ambassador, you get a box, right? But then you choose how many coins that you want. It has different options for you, at least four. So you can get one coin on auto ship. You can get two on auto ship. You can get four, or you can get 10. So you control your budget, right? You don't have to be a part of a business that said this is the set monthly uh, amount that you're locked in at. You're not locked in. You have the freedom to choose different options. And so with that being said, the 90-day challenge is to at least um, get 20 coins filled in 90 days. It's 3 months. This lady exceeded that challenge. She got 3 boxes in 3 months. So that means she came in at three of the challenge kit. And I probably show you all the prices, but I don't have to show you all the prices and spoon feed you. All you have to do is go to queenofcoinsilver.com. And so what I got in the mail today was from the business, from the company. Good morning, Mr. Roger. He's in our private Facebook group and training, and he's stacking silver as well. Um, so this is a promotion that they had going on in September, and enclosed you'll find your prize, a 2022 1 ounce silver Lady Justice coin. So this came in the mail, totally unexpected. They always, Mr. Roger, who's also my business partner, he received free silver, and they always this is one package that came in the mail, free silver that they gave. So you really get real money. This is the only silver business that I know that you can invest in silver and get it at wholesale, right? And then they will reward you with both government's money and God's money. And so this also came today, free, God's money. And again, silver is used in all of your electronics, mostly all of your electronics. In 2011, JP Morgan hoarded over 350 million ounces of silver. People, that's 38% of the world's population. And the Department of Justice, the DOJ, had convictions against JP Morgan for doing that were passed in 2020. So silver not only used in electronics, you have EV vehicles that will come out, and there's a shortage on silver. So the silver shortage, because again, silver is used in a lot of our everyday usage, not just for money. The shortage of silver is going to drive to all-time high. And again, Tesla, EV vehicles, calculators, catalytic converters in vehicles. Isn't that beautiful? You all, I don't know if you all can see that sword. Catalytic converters, the RFID chip, 5G Wi-Fi, which will be 6G soon, and you know, phone batteries, which is definitely going to be used for cryptocurrency. So this is just automatic millionaire putting your wealth on auto ship, because if you're like me, I'm a very busy person. I don't have time to go onto online dealers and just click and search whenever it comes to my mind, when I can just get my put my wealth on autopilot and become an automatic millionaire or a deca millionaire. And that's what I do, because I'm so busy. I won't remind myself to invest, um, if I don't have it automatically set. So, the website is strolling. Just a great opportunity. And thank you so much, Quicksilver. I'm just privileged to be a part of that community and organization. And I love it. The family rocks. If you're a wealth ambassador, one of the books we're reading right now is OG Mandino, right? And we study the economy together. We talk about our investments. This is just for the wealth ambassadors. If you're a customer, then you're not getting invited into that group. And we have leadership training and calls every week, and they're very powerful. Just a millionaire roundtable mentality, and a great community to be a part of, and especially to be a part of a great community when we know that this recession is coming fast, and the economy is going south. And speaking of that, let's go into other news. The United States may lose 1 million jobs, according to this article, right? I shared with you all yesterday that beginning the first quarter of next year, it's predicted that the United States will lose up to 175,000 jobs per month. Per month. Um, and I say this oftentimes, but I always tell people I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to prepare you. But if you see these articles like this, and you don't have somewhat of reservations about what's going to happen in the future of this economy and the greatest wealth transfer ever experienced in this generation, then something is just as Keith Sweat would say, something just ain't right. Something ain't right. Right. If I'm showing you these articles or you're reading them yourselves or whatever the case may be, and you don't have some type of urgency to prepare, something just ain't right. So many economists believe that the issue about a recession in America is not if one will start, but when. JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon predicts the downturn will start as soon as 6 months from now. The former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers forecast it will happen even sooner. I told you all you're going to see, beginning especially November. November is Latin for the number 9. You're going to see in November, I mean, just upside down. And I haven't been saying this in October. I've been saying this all year. I've been saying after the shemita, you all are going to see this economy bottom up like the Titanic. I've been telling you all that shemita fell on my birthday. I've been saying 9/26. You're going to see it, and it's here. So if you're new to my channel, you may not know that, but if you've been following me, I'll take the shades off now so I can read the article. If you've been following me for any amount of time, you know I've been saying this after the Shemitah, which was September 26th, and it happened on my birthday. The Shemitah, what this is celebrated. It means the head of a new year, and we are technically in a new year, in a new season, and the governments The governments, all governments go globally follows, right, the Shemita calendar. They follow the Gregorian calendar. They do not follow the calendar that we as Americans, right, operate off of. The calendar that you see on the wall with January through December and celebrates that December. I mean, January is a new year. No, the new year has begun. Shemita is a Jewish cycle of time, and it's the year of release, right? And so this is also the sabbatical year, literally the seventh or the Sabbath of the Lord. So Shemita, every 7 years, if you're a biblical scholar or just a casual Bible reader, right? Every 7 years there's a new cycle of an economy reset. Well, this is more like the Jubilee year mentioned in the book of Leviticus, where 7 times 7 is 49, right? And, I took a whole lot of notes today because today was 10/11. Just some, decided to write some things. And so you have where we are right now, the number 10, October is really the number 8. And the number 8 is a many would say number 8 is new beginning, but it represents abundance. It's the upside down infinity sign. And in fact, in the book of Genesis, gold is mentioned exactly 8 times, but it's only going to be a symbol or a sign for wealth for those who are prepared, for those who are positioned. And I thought about this today, people. Even when, let me see, I've never, I've never seen a wealth transfer in the Bible that did not require war to happen. Where a fight didn't have to happen, or a possession. Even when Abraham, for example, tied to Melchizedek, right? That Abraham had to go to war to get his spoils, right? Even anywhere in the Bible where a wealth transfer, redemption happened. Um, the 40 years, right? The when God sent Moses to tell Pharaoh to let his people go. That was a war, right? Pharaoh did not, let those people go. And then in Psalms 105, it says he brought them out with silver and gold. There was no feeble people among them. They had to go to war for that transfer of wealth. And so I ask people, especially that's big on Christianity and religion, right? And all of this, even with the Israelites, right? And Pharaoh and all of this, and he's sending Moses. I tell people, like, where do you get this mentality that stuff is just gonna fall out the sky? That's not biblical based. Abraham went to war to get the spoils. Then he tied, right? Even in Malachi chapter 3, a covenant God gave the priests, not the people, but the priests, land, and they had to go work the land and get their crops from it. And God said, okay, I only want you to give the Levites 10%. And it was just a covenant with that particular group of people. And I don't really understand how people read the Bible and then they still misinterpret Proverbs 13:22, that the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. I'm like, how can you just think you're going to sit back and not position yourself for prosperity and it's supposed to fall in your lap? None of that is biblical based. So where is you getting this mindset or this type of thinking from? Because it's not grounded in the Bible. And people need to study the Bible for themselves. Sometimes pick up outside of Sunday or Monday or Tuesday and read the Bible for yourself. None of that is biblical based. That you're just going to get a wealth transfer, because if you look at Proverbs 13 and 22, the the conjoining scripture to that is that a good man leaves an inheritance. So the wealth transfer is not coming from the man or the people that understand how to leave an inheritance. The wealth transfer is coming to the people that don't leave an inheritance, that do not invest, that do not have business ventures, that don't know how to leave and pass on generational wealth. That money will be given to the wealthy. But why do you say that, Queen? Well, just read Matthew 25. The man that did not multiply his money, he was sentenced to hell on earth where there's weeping and gnashing of teeth. Because all he did was hide his money in the ground. He didn't go out and work and multiply the money. So when you're hearing all this false religion and teachings about God just gonna give you money because you're taking on the title of a Christian, that is inaccurate and it's false. I'm just telling you, you have to position yourself. You have to get a financial education, because the Bible is just not a spiritual book. It's a practical book as well. It's a book about banking. It's a book about prosperity. Jesus didn't even teach on salvation. Jesus taught on the kingdom. How many times did we see Jesus in the New Testament saying the kingdom of heaven is light? The kingdom of heaven is light. How many times did we see Jesus demonstrating and taking action, and not just sitting back and say, God will provide? And God will provide. He will. But have you made the sacrifice? See, that's another scripture that's taken out of context. We forget about the child that was taken up as a sacrifice, and then a ram in the bush happened, right? See, we want to pass all that and just say God will provide. No, 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 no. It was prerequisites that led up to that. It's a prerequisite that happened in Genesis, and when Abraham lifted up his eyes and he caught a ram in the bush, Abraham was willing and he went the extra mile to make the sacrifice of his son, the ultimate sacrifice. And because of that, then he looked, and it was a ram for the offering, to offer as a burnt offering. And Abraham called that place Jehovah Jireh because of that. You know, so I'm saying this because people are not preparing. They are going to really get hit hard. 1 million jobs, to lose 1 million jobs. I'm not on here to beg anybody anymore to make what I think is very practical and common sense decision about money. If you're going to buy silver anyway, why not put yourself in a position where you can get more cash flow from, more profits from it, from precious metals? But if you want to do it your way, well, at least you're doing something. I don't think that's the best way, but do it your way. 1 million jobs. JP Morgan CEO. And so the reason for the forecast, according to CNN, is the head of the United States Economics of Bank of America. The premise is a harder landing than a softer one. We are looking for a recession to begin the first half of next year. The anxiety about a landing has started to spread, and the predictions that inflation is so high at a consumer price index, the increase of 8% a month, that America's, listen, increase of 8% a month. And I still know people that's bragging that they're getting 8 to 10% interest on an investment a year. You need to get higher percentage return on that. At least you are investing, right? But at inflation at 8 10% a month, you're not making any grounds. right? And so Americans will not be able to afford discretionary spending. Some middle and lower class families may struggle with essentials. That's I just thought of that article. Now instead of me saying working class or poor working class, because I had one person on my Facebook that got offended by the word poor, and I'm like, how are you offended by the word poor? The Bible says the poor will be with you always. The Bible used the word poor, but at any rate, right? I'll just say middle class and lower class. That's I thank you for that article bringing it out. Now I can just have another terminology because there's only 4 to 6% of people that really are middle class. You can't make 70 to 80 to 50,000 and survive in Florida, New York, and California, right? Just because you can survive off 50,000, and you're not going to thrive off 50,000 in the South. You may survive, but you're not going to thrive financially. So if you're in Louisiana, Mississippi, some parts of Alabama, right, and you're saying you're a middle class at 50K, I don't agree with that. I believe that's definitely the lower class. Well, I'm surviving. I got 2 or 3 vehicles now. You're surviving, right? You're surviving. That's not thriving income. And as Grant Cardone says, the first thing a lot of people have to do before they even think about investing, even at inexpensive of $30 of silver, is you have to get your income up. And this is why I have text cash flow on the screen. I don't care if you get your credit fixed. If you have negative or neutral cash flow, you're going to remain in a cycle of bad credit because you're not making enough money. You have to level up. And 2 jobs don't work anymore because you get taxed so high from having 2 jobs. Some people had to quit a second job. And so this is why and how, if you invest in yourself, I help people increase the money that they're already making from one job to sometimes it brings in a substantial amount that the second part-time job would not have brought in anyway. Right. One of my business partners, she's out of like this Seattle, Washington area. Increase her income at 600 plus $604, I think, a month, every paycheck, just because she took action, test cash flow, and got started. She didn't need the credit repair services, but the credit repair services come free. So if you need credit and cash flow increasement, that's why that number is on the screen. Crude oil could hit $125 a barrel as Russia's reaction to a U.S.-led price cap threatens to squeeze supply. So we know that in June, crude oil was around this price at $100, $125 in the winter. You already see $6 a gallon right now in California. You're going to see this spread to some of the lower um, gas prices states, especially in the South. And so you're going to see for regular gas in the South, the lowest pricing within the next couple of months be at $4 a gallon. It's going to be higher than what it was in June. So whatever gas was in your state, expect it to get higher in the next 2 months. When you thought that there was the cap, that there was the all-time high. No, I told you all that gas was only resetting so it can come back higher with the vengeance during the fall months. And that's exactly what happens. So oil will hit 125 a barrel if Russia reacts to a planned G7 oil cap as promised. Notice that the government and the global economy always speaks in numbers. The number 7, even though I should have this by heart, but I just wrote on the number 7 today. I took some notes on it. And number 7, even with Psalm 7 brings perfect order. It's just perfect order for this financial system reset, right? It's the mystery of something being complete, not finished. The number 9 represents finish. The number 7 represents complete. In Genesis, the story of creation, right? In the Bible, you see 6 days of work and 1 day of spiritual. enter into the spiritual. That word rest in Genesis on the seventh day means to reset, to bankrupt. And that's exactly what's going to happen. So you have G7 with the economy. Next month will be the ninth month, November, right? So 11/11, in essence, will really be 9/11. And then I will get into the number nine really in November. But the number nine means it is finished. Christ died on the cross, the ninth hour. He transitioned into another form. The physical body was dead, such as a woman carrying a baby for 9 months. Is an energy transfer. The number nine means to reveal what's hidden. Like when a woman birthed a child after 9 months, number nine means divine completeness or divine finish, right? When a woman carries a baby for 9 months in the womb, it is hidden. But at the completion of that, the finish of that, what it was hidden is now revealed. And so the number six means it's incomplete, but the number seven is man's ability combined with God's ability. Just like the children of at the walls of Jericho, they were told to march 7 times. That 7 times represents man and God's ability combined, getting out of your ability to do things, right? Seven means to rest, that something is complete, that you need to enter into a rest. Rest also means to bankrupt or to reset. And part of Jesus' ministry was to upset and disrupt religion. That's part of my purpose too. I hate religion with a passion, and I use the word hate because religion, it nothing. All of these religious um, terminologies and sayings, they are not even in biblical alignment. It's so many YouTubers saying God gave me a dream about Sheba Inu, and this wealth transfer is going to happen, and the wealth of the wicked is later for the just, and none of that is biblical alignment. You're not just if you're not investing. You're not just if you're not handling your money right. And I always go to Matthew 25 and 30. I'm saying this, with love. I know I get passionate in my tone when I speak, but Matthew 25, the man was cast into hell on earth for not multiplying his money. It is right there in the Bible in black and white. You can't tell me that God is going to give you and call you just when in Matthew 25, the man that did not multiply. And guess what? He didn't even spend the money. He at least saved it. Do you know how many people just spend money and they're living paycheck to paycheck? Or as Dr. Lynn Richardson say, paycheck to Monday. You know how many people don't even study the assets in the Bible? They don't even know silver and gold is assets. Rather, and then they say they're a child of God and they have none of their father's money. What child would not have their daddy's money? Something came to mind. I'm not even gonna say it. So seven means completeness or perfection. It means people experience Jesus on the Sabbath day other than doing religious activity. A lot of people, whatever their Sabbath day is, Saturday or Sunday, although it's supposed to be Saturday, they do religious activities. They don't experience Jesus. They don't go outside and do earthing and sun gaze and just meditate and get a still small voice and listen. Prayer should be more about listening to your inner God, to that still small voice for instructions versus you doing all the talking. God's supposed to talk to you more in prayer and meditation than you're doing the talking to him. But when you go in most churches, what do you hear? In prayer, people doing all the talking. Like, why don't they teach meditation in the Bible? The only place that success is mentioned in Joshua 1 and 8 is connected to meditation. Why don't you do that in church? Why aren't you taught what the Bible in church? I was reading Matthew 13 and 55 today, and I'm ending on this because I've been in the Bible all day. So I'm pretty sure I'm off the live stream topic. But Matthew 13 and 55, and uh, it mentions Mary, the mother of Jesus. I had a conversation with my friend guy. I'm like, all of these names for the people that live in Middle East, it just doesn't add up. Mary, Mark, Luke, John, these are not Middle Eastern names, right? But anyway, it states that Jesus was a carpenter's son, son of a carpenter, and mother named Mary. And then it goes on. Let me show it to you real quick. It goes on to talk about Jesus' brothers and sisters. I'm like, why haven't I heard that in church? Why haven't I heard Jesus had brothers and sisters in church? It's right there in the Bible in black and white. So I have a strong dislike. Church meditation. How can a church say meditation is bad when Joshua 1 and 8, the only place that success is mentioned in the Bible, says that you have to meditate on the word day and night in order to have good success. That's the only place success is mentioned in the Bible. And that's why many people are not successful, because they haven't been taught meditation, which the Bible gives you the formula. But Matthew 13 and 55, if you've seen this or heard this preached in your church, drop a yes or no in the comment, whether you are watching this live or on the replay. Matthew 13 and 55, but in the next breath, they were cutting him down. We know him since he was a kid. Um, he's the carpenter's son. We know his mother, Mary. We know his brothers, James, Joseph, Simon, and Judas. Then it goes on to say, let me see, can I skip to the close? Like, I've never heard this preached in church. And my thing is, people need to start reading the Bible on their own. You need to start getting in this Bible yourself. I know schools have indoctrinated you that, learning is sitting and listening to somebody stand in front of you. If you graduated high school, you have 12 years of that indoctrination. But it's time people see a formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. It's time for you to study outside of those parameters. Also, it said all his sisters live here. Who does he think he is? They got their noses out of joint. But Jesus said a prophet is taken for granted in his hometown and his family. He didn't do many miracles there because of the hostile indifference. This is another translation. He's the carpenter's son. We know his mother, Mary. We know his brothers, James, Joseph, Simon, and Judas. And I know there are a lot of people might say, well, these are his disciples. They was talking about brothers and as in disciples. However, it says all his sisters live here. So, it's talking about his family, not his friends or disciples. I've never heard that teached in church ever. But they to only read the book. But they to only read the book. But they to only read the book. I don't know what that means. The Bible. Well, the Bible. But they to only read the Bible. Okay. No, I don't do credit repair. But if you need credit repair, text cash flow that comes with credit repair to 254-788-1144. The company in the business I'm collaborating with will take care of your credit needs for you. And if you need to improve your cash flow, they will take care of that as well. You all, I'm signing out. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you see that gray subscribe button and not the red. Subscribe, hit the thumbs up, like, and if you're watching this on the replay, drop your comments about the video. But 1 million job losses, people prepare. Let's look at the crypto today. I checked it earlier today. Let's look at the crypto market. I haven't looked at it again. Okay, we see some green. When I checked it this morning, it was I'm just gonna be honest. I can't understand what I don't understand this. Just read the Bible, not to physically meditate with your body. I get it. I don't get it. I'm sorry. I don't get what you're saying. And I never suggested to read the Bible just to physically meditate. You know, some people you can teach something they won't get it. They won't get it. Go right over their head. I never said that. I don't think I said that the only place that success is mentioned in the Bible is connected with the word meditate. Okay, let's be a good student. That's what I said. Don't add to it or take away. It's a very simple statement. If you want to go find somewhere else success is mentioned in the Bible, go do it and let me know. Joshua 1 and 8 says, you meditate on my word day and night, you will have good success. And it says to do it, not just meditate. It says to do as well. It says to do like Nike and to do it. Meditate and to do, which means you just can't be sitting in a posture of meditation and you're not doing nothing, because we know faith without works are dead, right? All right, Bitcoin is at 19,000. Little percentages today. Ether is down about what, $18 from 1,300. And H bar is in the green. For me, it's silver, cryptocurrency, food, um, ammo, ammunition, and my connection with the inner God in me and the external God, right? The Christos in me and the external and the internal God. They should be working together, should be working simultaneously together, not just depending on the external God, but your inner God. Again, Psalms 82 and 6 says you are God. John 10 and 34. So tap into both. Tap into both. Oh my God. Why are you asking me? I'm signing out, you all. Have a good day. Are you still renovating condos, Justin? Am I still renovating condos? No, real estate is too high right now. That's why I'm in silver and cryptocurrency, inexpensive investments. And then when the real estate market crash, I'll go back. And I just don't renovate condos. I don't renovate condos at all. I rent out real estate. I don't renovate condos. I rent out real estate more than just condos. All right. Peace out. Definitely not a buyer's market. No, I'm not investing in it, flipping into real estate, renovating anything. It's overpriced. I'm getting in other assets, crypto and silver. All right, y'all. Have a great night. Queen out.